It's springtime and I'm going to show you how to glow up with this makeup look, introducing the makeup shade of this spring 2024, an ethereal, easy to wear lavender makeup. Yes, you heard me well. Lavender, lilac is the shade of the season, springtime and summertime. And I'm going to show you how to incorporate that lilac lavender tone in an ethereal but natural way. And I'm just so thrilled and excited for today's video because friends, you know that here I review the latest, the greatest, and there has been so many new products. Some of them I'm going to incorporate on this video, some that they have become favorites, and some that I can say with certainty that they are becoming holy grails. But why I'm so excited? Well, because starting today, the day that I'm uploading this video, all the way to April 1st, and for the very first time, I'm announcing the YouTube Shopping Real Deal event. A real deal. You don't know, my friends, I'm talking about everything. Absolutely everything. Discounted between 20 to 25% off. Yes, 20 to 25% off at Bloomingdale's by shopping through my YouTube shop. And if you don't know what is a YouTube shop, it's very simple. You may have seen right here little icons with little pictures of products. If you don't see it, you just need to tap on the screen. Just tap on the screen. It will appear also if you open up the little arrow at the bottom to just like unfold the description box. It's there, my friends. By shopping through my YouTube shop, you're going to get between 20 to 25% off on everything. I mean, I'm talking about makeup, skincare, fragrances, clothing, shoes, handbags, hats, sunglasses, everything. Side-wide. You heard me right. Side-wide. This is an incredible opportunity. And if you have been following me for any point in time, you know, my friends, that here on this channel, I dedicated to luxury products. So to get such kind of a deal, it's a big deal. It is a big deal, but you need to act fast because this is an offer while supplies last. First come, first serve basis. And you know, when we're talking about luxury, you better get your act together fast. So thank you so much to YouTube Shopping for bringing these kind of deals to you, my followers, and for sponsoring the sale and sponsoring this video. Let's go ahead and get started. The main focus of this makeup look is to give that glow from within, that youthful, healthy skin look. So the base is going to be super important. I'm going to start first with the Dior Forever Glow Star Filter. If this is your first time here, welcome to all of you, my beautiful friends. My name is Jacqueline, and I am a woman on my 4th floor, meaning that I'm over 40 years old. But don't you worry, I know my analytics very well, and I know that my audience range from 20 years old all the way to 60 plus years old. So I'm just so happy to have such a beautiful community of all ages. And I think this specific makeup look that I'm going to show you today is going to cater really well for any age. Now you're going to tell me, well, we all have different skin types. Absolutely, yes. Therefore, I will suggest, if you don't want to use the Star Filter, this is a new product from Dior. They also have the Glow Veil, which will give you hydration. So say, for example, if you have dry skin, then I will suggest to go with this one. Or you can use the Velvet Veil if on the opposite side you have oily or combination skin. But do not worry about this product being too oily, too dewy. It just have the perfect consistency. Now you may be wondering, have you applied SPF yet? Yes, I did. I did apply my SPF alongside with my skincare a little bit earlier because that's super important all year round. It's not only about springtime, summertime. All year round, you need to take care of your skin. Now we need to prep our lips. So I'm going, you know, my friends, my obsession with the La Mer lip treatment. This will help to volumize your lips without the pain. So it's a very subtle plumping effect, but more than anything, conditioning. That way, whatever lip product you put on, it's gonna look fabulous. In order to create that perfect glow from within makeup look that doesn't look makeup-y, I think it's key to use a very nice thin consistency foundation or skin tint. That's why I'm going with Hourglass Veil Hydrating Skin Tint. It's hydrating, it's smooth, you can sheer it out, it looks incredible, and my skin always looks so juicy with this. And by the way, also, if you're new here, I film in natural light with a 4K camera. So this video will give you the best representation of each of the products. Now you can apply this skin tint with your hands. You know what? I always feel that sometimes our hands are underrated. I love brushes, you know that, my friends. But applying your foundation with your fingers can really help to really make up the product mesh with your skin so well. My skin is looking juicy, glowy. There's not an excess of glow, but rather it looks nice and healthy and well hydrated. Now, I do have very dark under eye circles, panda bear style. I know I owe you a video where I show you how to correct and hide these terrible dark under eye circles. I will do so, I promise you. I promise I will do so. I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury color corrector. This helps a lot to correct the under eye area. Going with a concealer. I'm just gonna apply a couple dots. And you know, my friends, I like to let my concealer marinate. I always say so because that's the way that you're going to get the most out of your concealer. It's going to give you more coverage. It's just going to blend even better. But the most important thing here is that you're not going to need to use too much product if you let it sit just for a little. In the meantime, I'm going to do my brows. Now I do have brows, although I was on my teen years during the 90s. Thank goodness it didn't occur to me to pluck my brows. I think it had a lot to do that I didn't want to wax them. I felt afraid of the pain alone that I was like, okay, I will live with my brows. And I'm just so happy I did so because I feel very content with my brows. Going next with Benefit 24 Brow Setter. I absolutely love the spoolie of this brow gel because it really comes through your brows, making sure they are nice and even and do not get excessive amount of product either. Now to spread the concealer, see, while I was doing my brows, it gave me enough time for the concealer to really quote unquote marinate. And I'm not taking it too close to my lower lash line. The reason being is on that area, as we age, it shows the signs of aging more. And even if you are not showing any signs of aging, you can have a lot of fine lines under that area. And even when you're using a very lightweight kind of concealer, such concealer, regardless of the texture, it can gather on those fine lines and age you instead of giving you that youthful appearance. Some people, including myself at times, I use a separate eyeshadow primer, but most of the times I just use my same concealer. Whatever is remaining on the brush, I just go ahead and disperse it on my eyelid. For a blush slash luminizer, I'm going with the new Dior Forever Glow Maximizer in the shade Rosy. This shade is just perfect for that amazing hybrid combination of, again, a blush and a highlighter in one. It's not only beautiful in shape but also beautiful in finish. I'm just taking this baby and I'm gonna apply it not too much in the center of my cheeks, but rather going up. I was actually speaking about this with a friend of mine, that there are different ways to apply your blush depending the effect that you want to give. Like, for example, in this case, the product has a certain sheen to it. I wouldn't apply it near to my enlarged pores or my fine lines, also because I want to give this effect of an elongated kind of look, just create a little bit more of a chisel look, but without being harsh or using any sort of contour. I want something that is extremely natural and rather soft. And I always go ahead and apply a little bit of the same blush on my nose. Because when you blush, you're not only blushing on your cheeks, but also all over your face. Obviously, you're not going to apply it all over your face, but you're going to want to apply it on those areas that the color will show the most, as if you were naturally blushing. You can even take it a little bit on your temples, just whatever is remaining, obviously, on the brush. You don't want to add more product. And you see how you have that glow that is just so juicy, spectacular. I'm just vibing with that. Now we're gonna tone down certain areas using the new YSL All Hours finishing powder or setting powder. Now this one is in translucent. It also comes in different shades. The thing about this powder is that it's literally translucent, not like there's some powders that sometimes it tells you, oh yes, it is translucent, but definitely they are not. And if you're wondering, I do have more of dry skin on this area here, and this area, sensitive skin for sure, and more of a normal skin right on the center of my face where I do have my enlarged pores. For bronzer, I'm going with my Chantecaille Real Bronze in Sirena. Now, I'm specifically choosing this bronzer because it does have a little bit of a sheen, nothing that is highlighter like, nothing of that, but rather, again, playing with that healthy glow. I don't want to lose any of the glow. And that being said, I'm not going to apply highlighter. Definitely chiseling out just with the bronzer my jawline, and you see this product add that bronze effect but without looking too harsh. It just have the perfect tone. Doesn't look powdery. Airbrush, I mean, just gorgeous. This is the way that I'm going to incorporate that lavender lilac spring color that is so in trend right now. We're going to see so much makeup in different ways. You remember at the beginning of the year I said that there's going to be a pop of color, and basically you're going to see this trend going on season to season. And during the springtime, we're going to see a lot of the lavender, the lilac tone. We're definitely going to see it with different brands. I'm going with this gorgeous Prada eyeshadow palette. If you haven't tried the formulation from Prada, you have to like, don't wait. You can purchase the full-on compact, or you can purchase just a refill if you want to, but the formulation is just full of emollients, so soft, smooth, full opacity, is just unbelievable. I'm going with this Hermes brush that, by the way, you know, my friends, that I was really disappointed at the beginning with this brush, but I have to tell you that after many washes, the bristles of the brush have become a lot softer. Look at this. Look, just pause right here. Look how the eyeshadow blended. Airbrush, non-streaky, full opacity. I mean, even if I just want to wear this color for the rest of the day and call it a day, do so. Look, just 1, 2, 3. I mean, like, do you see what I see? This is exactly the beauty and why I recommend so much Prada eyeshadows. Now, the pop of color of this eyeshadow palette is this lilac shade, which is the shade of the season. And I'm going to take this shade and applying it all over the mobile lid. And I have to tell you, do not be afraid about lilac lavender tones, because it looks so amazing with brown eyes, with hazel eyes, with blue eyes. You name it. I mean, it's a shade that is so versatile. You can use it like I'm doing right now all over my mobile lid, but you can do just an eyeliner, something very soft, perhaps something on the waterline. I mean, there's so many ways to integrate it. I just want to show you how this palette makes it just easy. I'm going to use just a little bit of the deepest shade, and with this eyeshadow formulation, you don't even need to tap your brush because it's just so emollient that it sticks on the brush, it sticks on your skin, but it's also so blendable because it just, again, the emolliency of the eyeshadow formulation makes all the eyeshadow blend seamlessly without any effort. I mean, like literally user friendly. You can build up on pigment. I just wanted to add a little bit of depth on the outer third, tiny amount. Going with the lightest brown shade, and I'm gonna apply it below my lower lash line. I know some people are afraid to apply eyeshadow in this area, but you know, it is the best trick to trick your eyes. So if you have fine lines right here, and like I recommended before, do not apply concealer all the way up here. Just by simply not applying a little bit of eyeshadow in that area, it kind of like tricks the eye to balance and to do not show too much those fine lines. Going to the deepest brown, and just with a finer brush, I'm going to my lower lash line, and just on the outer third, I'm just gonna deepen it out just a tiny bit. Applying the same eyeshadow, I'm gonna take it on my upper lash line, and I'm lining my upper lash line. This way it's gonna be a lot softer because you're not wearing necessarily black. And I think that's super important when we're talking about spring and summertime. You don't want something too harsh. I love my black eyeliners for sure, but there's always a time and a place. And if you want to create this very ethereal kind of look, definitely you don't want to go with something too harsh. It just doesn't belong with the look itself. If you're a person that just like matte eyeshadows, you can leave it there. But to me, I want to have that glow up. So I need to have a little bit of something on my eyelids. And because I do have hooded eyelids too, a way to create this illusion that my eyelids are a little bit bigger, I like to go with an eyeshadow topper, something that makes my eyelids look like if they are wet. And that's why I'm going with this beautiful YSL eyeshadow palette in Stora. And I'm specifically looking for this shade, which is a lilac tone. Very much alike to, yeah, my nail polish. Look at that. You see that wet effect? Like, oh my goodness, this is so good. And I'm just gonna apply it. You see, I'm not covering the beautiful lavender tone. I'm just tapping on top. And because this is an eyeshadow kind of topper, look at that. Oh, it looks so good. And both eyeshadows from Prada and YSL, they are so forgiving if you have mature eyelids or just simply if you have folds on your eyelids. I mean, that's normal. We all have them. Going with a pencil brush and taking the same shade. And now I'm going to apply it on my inner corner. And that again is another trick to open up your eye, give that glistening effect to the eye. It just adds a je ne sais quoi that is just so good. And just as we didn't apply a black eyeliner, I'm going to do the same thing as a reflection on my waterline. I'm going to use a lighter, not white, but kind of like ivory nudie tone kind of eyeliner. And that is going to, again, brighten up your eyes. It's just going to add to that glow effect. In order to keep layering and keep creating that very ethereal, soft look, I think rather than using a black mascara, it will be wise to use a brown mascara. So I'm going to go with this one by Hermes, which is gorgeous because it does separate, give volume, length to the lashes, and it doesn't look spidery either. It's a fabulous kind of mascara and super easy to remove it too. Now, another trick if you do not want to use a lavender or lilac eyeshadow, what you can do is just use your same bronzer or eyeshadow and perhaps just consider using a lilac mascara. I know it sounds wild and crazy, but it doesn't look odd or fake. In fact, Hermes has a lilac mascara that looks amazing, and I know Chanel is coming with a lilac mascara for the 2024 Le Beige line, their summer collection, so I'm excited for that too. You see what I'm telling you? Lilac, lavender is big. Now, if you have a little bit more of combination skin right on this area and you want to bring just a little bit of blush, one of the blushes from the luxury world that just launched that has me super impressed is the new Guerlain Terracotta blush. And I mean, like, pick and choose any shade, but I'm just going to use a tiny bit of this amount and just bring it a little bit towards the front. Tiny bit. Now, this one doesn't have really a sheen, but it does have a very natural skin-like effect. You see? Just a tiny bit of that, and that's more than enough. Now that my lips are nice and prepped, let's line them with none other than our darling Charlotte Tilbury and her new shade Icon Baby. I think between Iconic Nude and Icon Baby, I think they are like masterpieces. I like to bring the lip pencil a little bit on the inner portion. I know we have been showered by new matte lipsticks, and although I love them, there are so many fabulous formulations. I think just having a beautiful juicy lip, there's nothing like it. And there's a combination that I have been loving that, oh my gosh, is just wonderful. A lot of you have been messaging me, leaving comments every time that I use this combo. Yes, it's by Lawless, and it is the lip balm by Lawless in the shade Cupid. As you can tell, it does have just a tiny bit of a cool undertone. Because it's a lip balm, you're able to just apply it just with easy. And we're gonna top it off with that Forget the Filler in the shade, guess what? Lavender Sorbet. I know, you're gonna be like, what? Lavender? But look at that. You see, you can bring that lavender hue without being too much. I'm waiting to see when I apply it. Love the applicator, by the way. It's just milky, juicy. This combo is perfection because it's gonna keep your lips hydrated throughout the day, but at the same time, they're gonna look fuller, plump, and beautiful without the pain, but just having, look at this. The lips, they just look incredible. Now, I will suggest to set your makeup. If you don't want to change the finish of the makeup look, I will highly suggest for long wearing, long lasting makeup, just go with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. These will lock your makeup and it will just keep it that way. I mean, the way that you have prepared it all day long. Now, if you have extra dry skin, highly suggested to go with the Hourglass Veil Soft Focus Setting Spray because it would just give you that filter kind of effect, but it's just gonna add more glow to the skin. So it's up to you if you want to add more glow or if you just have enough glow that you just want to keep it as is. Do you see this blush hybrid highlighter from Dior? How it makes your skin look so beautiful and juicy. Now, no look is done without the fragrance of the day. We're in the springtime, definitely I'm going with my Delina La Rosé. It's a little bit more sparkly, a little bit more bright, light, not so much airy, but just a good sparkling fragrance. The bottle is to die for. It also has a little bit of the fruitiness from the lychee, but also pear, which just brings a little bit of that tart aspect, but with a juicy kind of vibe too. Now, if you want to add a little bit of lavender, I know sometimes we are a little bit afraid of lavender because some people think, oh my gosh, it's gonna smell too masculine. I will say a great combination. I know they are polar opposites. Burberry Goddess. This one is a trilogy of vanillas, but on the top note, you have lavender in it. So it has a little bit of that floral aspect without being too florally. And we all know vanilla has been on trend, and I don't see vanilla going anywhere regarding perfumes. In fact, I only see vanilla coming more pronounced even during summertime. And the way that it's gonna be done is by mixing in some nutty notes like pistachio, also some tropical flowers like say hibiscus, ylang ylang. So I'm just going to layer this fragrance just a little. 2 spritz of these, 4 spritz of the Delina La Rosé, and we have a beautiful envelope of a spring that it just calls for ethereal, soft, smooth. The look turned out exactly like I wanted it. Juicy, glowy, not too much, and incorporating the beautiful lavender lilac tone that is so in trend for this springtime and summertime too. So this is a shade that you're going to be able to use it for 2 seasons, which is wonderful. But even more wonderful is to be able to get between 20 to 25% off on luxury brands. I mean, that is unheard of, and you know it, my friends, really well. That is unheard of, and you know it, my friends. And I'm not only talking about makeup, fragrances, but we're talking about clothing, shoes, bags. Oh my gosh, things that we're gonna need during spring and summertime. Hats, sunglasses. I'm gonna be linked here on what I call it my YouTube shop. All the products that I think, oh my gosh, these are amazing for springtime, and getting it at a discount, like even more so. But like I mentioned before, this sale is for a limited time only, exclusive, and while supplies last. So I will highly suggest you do not wait and check it out. And once again, thank you so much to YouTube Shopping and Bloomingdale's for partnering up on today's video with me. It's just so beyond exciting exciting to be able to bring you these kind of deals to you, my followers. We connect because we are luxury lovers, and to save on everything luxury, wow, it just makes me even more excited. Okay, my friends, I would love to hear from you. What do you think about this look? Would you be replicating it? What would you do different? Like I said before, perhaps if you don't want to do eyeshadows, perhaps you can do a blush and have a little bit of that lilac tone, or just the lips, or, you know, like, I don't know, a piece of clothing, or perhaps an accessory, a little bag. I mean, there's so many ways to integrate that lilac tone, even like if you're wearing an all white dress and just the shoes is your pop of color, however you want to bring that pop of color in. Oh, it's just so fabulous. Let's continue that conversation on the comment section down below, because yes, I'm one of those very rare content creators that I answer to my comments. So let's again continue that conversation in the comment section down below while you're at it. And if you haven't done so yet, well, I don't know what you're waiting for. Because here I bring you amazing content and amazing deals like I'm doing today. So make sure you are subscribed to my channel with that post notification bell on so you don't miss any of my uploads and any of my posts on my community tab. If you're not done watching my content, well, guess what? I will be leaving a couple other videos at the end of the screen that I'm sure you're going to love. Until the next time, I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.